There have been no sane Democrat leaders in decades at this point, but occasionally they still do things so unhinged and so manic that it surprises me, and that leads me to what happened yesterday. Senator Van Hollen, a Democrat from Maryland of course, was talking to Dana Bash over at CNN and accidentally showed that he supports El Salvador gangs and that he thinks illegal immigrants are essentially legal American citizens. Watch this.
Now, President Trump says that some of Abrego Garcia's tattoos signify that he's a member of MS-13. In 2019, police alleged a confidential informant claimed that Abrego Garcia was an active MS-13 member. His wife and his attorney deny that, of course. Can you say with absolute certainty that he is not, nor has he ever been a member of the MS-13 gang? And did you ask him point blank?
Well, Dana, what Donald Trump is trying to do here is change the subject. The subject at hand is that he and his administration are defying a court order to give Abrego Garcia his due process rights. They are trying to litigate on social media what they should be doing in the courts. They need to put up or shut up in the courts. Let me tell you, and I decided to write this down so I could be absolutely accurate as to what Federal District Court Judge Zinnes said about these allegations by the Trump administration. Quote, "No evidence linking Abrego Garcia to MS-13 or any terrorist activity has been presented to the court." That's where to litigate this. It's been litigated in many other places. So I'm not going to get into the details because the whole purpose of our court system is for them to adjudicate these things, not for Donald Trump to go off on social media.
Yeah, you're right. They have not, there hasn't been a court hearing for them to put forward evidence in the first place, which is your whole point. But since you were the one person to have met with him, and since this is a thing, you say on social media, it's what we hear from Donald Trump and Republicans every day, all day long, you didn't ask him?
I didn't ask him that because I know what his answer is. What he told me was he was sad and traumatized that he was being in prison because he has committed no crimes. I think at some point the president of El Salvador realized it was looking really bad to have this person who had been absconded from America, from the streets of Maryland.
Whoopsies. That's a Freudian slip right there. And it shows where Democrats' heads are at. Obviously, he didn't mean to say that, but really internally, that's what he believes. Democrats see people like him as Americans. When I say him, I'm talking about Abrego Garcia. They want all illegals to be American. They see that the same. And you see this in the mainstream media where everyone, the headline is always, Maryland man gets deported. He's not a Maryland man. He is El Salvadorian. He's a Salvadorian citizen. He's not American in the slightest. He's an illegal immigrant. Dana Bash, though, says at the very beginning of the interview, and this is, I think, what's really fascinating. She says, did you ask him the only question that matters, essentially, which is, are you MS-13? And his response is the same response we've gotten from Democrats for the last decade at this point, which is, orange man bad. That's what he said. And it's like, give me a break. Give me a break, man. Like, Van Hollen's whole thing is we don't want to ask him if he's MS-13 because we know he is. He knows that he's MS-13. So his whole distraction technique is, no, I didn't even need to ask that question. And he's saying he didn't need to ask it because he's saying that he didn't commit a crime, where in reality, we all know you're not asking the question because you know he is MS-13 already. And so, again, and what that comes down to is he would rather have the Democrats win on the immigration issue because they see this as a scandal for the Trump administration. I don't think Americans see it as that in the slightest, but that's how Democrats look at it. And he would rather have the win and have terrorists in our country rather than just admit that he's part of MS-13, which is despicable. So that was some pretty wild stuff from the Democrat leadership this week, but it was not the only crazy thing that Democrats did. A completely unhinged leftist attacked a nice elderly Republican couple eating dinner with a baby, by the way. And I had to censor literally like the majority of the words in this video because this ridiculous person got so vile and so angry. So here is the family-friendly version of what happened.
And you have a baby here with you. You're a disgusting, sick, vile weirdo. Oh my God, it's right. You don't. He doesn't want me or you to have equality. Oh my God, go pray for me. Touch me and watch me touch Please call the cops. Thank you, sir. You don't like the prior service? You don't like veterans? Why are you disrespecting the restaurant we're in that house? That doesn't make any damn sense. Y'all right now, this is crazy right here. This is some.
So I saw this video and I thought to myself, who would do something this awful? Because it's an elderly couple, like they're just sitting down. They have a MAGA hat on. They're just sitting there eating dinner with a baby. And then I looked a little closer because I wanted to find out who would do this. I kid you not, I did not notice this the first time. I was looking, I was kind of just watching the video a little more closely. I zoom in and this is what I see. I'll show you right here. You see, if you're just listening, I'll tell you, this lady is wearing a shirt with Luigi Mangione's face on it. I had no idea. No one else has talked about this. This video is circulating. No one's ever said that. And when I see that, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. This girl actually supports murderers. And when you know that, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, it makes sense that she would show up to a restaurant and curse out an elderly couple with, I presume, their grandchild. So we shouldn't be surprised at all. However, there is one thing that we need to do in response to this lady. And strangely enough, Vivek Ramaswamy actually talked about it this week, which is we need to bring insane asylums back. We need them. And people like her need to go there. If you guys enjoy reading, but you don't know what to read right now, I wanted to introduce you to my book, A New Cult. It's up on the bookshelf over there. I talk about how the left has literally devolved into a cult, talk about some crazy stories, a lot of what's happening, like in this video that I just showed you. Go check it out right now. I know you'll enjoy reading it. I had a great time writing it. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, go down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and watch another video.